Coming up on Murrow News 8, WC Police Department is asking for your help in identifying a shot of an airsoft or pellet gun at students last Sunday.
And a live on-set interview with the captain of the men's basketball team, Andrei Yakimovsky. All that and more next.
The Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University. This is Murrow News 8.
Hi, I'm Monique Ledesma.
And I'm Brendan Jin. Welcome to the final show of the fall semester for Murrow News 8. Washington State Police is asking for your help.
On Sunday night around 7 p.m., the red truck on your screen fired an airsoft or pellet gun at two students near Mulberry Track. If you recognize this car or know anything about the incident, you can contact WCU Police at 509-335-8548. And a Colfax man was sentenced to prison for exposing himself to Washington State University sorority students last spring.
Jason Olin, 46, pleaded guilty to 2 counts of felony indecent exposure. Whitman County Superior Court Judge Gary Leiby sentenced Olin to 13 months in prison and trespassed him from all WSU sororities. Olin's sentence was negotiated by the prosecutor's office and the defense. He received the standard range for his convictions. The dean of the Washington State University's Voiland College of Engineering and Architecture is leaving for a job at the University of Kansas.
Dr. Mary Rescas has been the dean of the Voiland College for the past 6 years and will now be the dean of the School of Engineering at Kansas in March. Dr. Partha Panda will take over until the end of the year. The search for the new permanent dean will start next month. The remodel and expansion project for Pullman Regional Hospital was approved Wednesday night by the PRH commissioners. The board approved the plans to phase in the project over the 5 years. The roughly $50 million 5-phase project will be remodeled in portions of the hospital and expand the building on Bishop Boulevard.
If you're looking to get into the holiday spirit, there'll be a couple events throughout Pullman this weekend. On Saturday, Moscow and Pullman Building Supply will have free pancakes and photos with Santa at both store locations from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And downtown Pullman is having a Whoville celebration Saturday afternoon from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. There will be an artist and makers market downtown with activities for kids as well. And from 4 to 8 p.m. there is an Ugly Sweater pub crawl.
Well, Brendan, it's a beautiful day on the Palouse today. On your screen, you can see the view from Terra Mall from earlier.
Yeah, it was definitely a little chilly this morning going to class, but we have Maggie over at the weather wall to let us know if the sun is sticking around.
It really is beautiful, but don't let that sun fool you. It is still very cold today. As you can see, we only have a high of 37 and a low of 24 today. And I want to point out these winds. It's 14 to 17 miles per hour with gusts up to 27 miles per hour. So that 37 is really going to feel much colder than that. So I definitely suggest throwing on a jacket, maybe even a parka. It's cold, but I will say you will not have to worry about any snow or rain today. It is going to be clear all day, but I'll have the rest of the weekend and into next week's weather later in the broadcast. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Maggie. I'm definitely looking forward to this weekend's weather. But after the break, Maggie will let you know if the snow will be making another appearance here on the Palouse.
And she'll also let you know the conditions on the Snoqualmie Pass as students head home for Christmas break next week.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
There. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy. What do you call a pig that knows karate? Pork chop. Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Can I tell you another one? So how does a tissue dance? Put a little boogie on it. What's Beethoven's favorite fruit? Banana. What is a boxer's favorite drink? Fruit punch.
As I've already mentioned, it was pretty cold this morning going to class, but getting ready for class, I had to scrape a lot of ice off my car. So are we going to see some colder temperatures in the forecast, Maggie?
Yeah, unfortunately, it is only going to get colder from here. As you can see, tomorrow we're going to start seeing some rain-snow mix, and that's going to kind of be the trend throughout this week. A high of 37, a low of 31, a little bit warmer than it's going to be today. But I will say if you're graduating or planning on attending graduation, you don't have to worry about the snow quite yet, as it's going to start later in the day, closer to 4 p.m. and go into the night. So if you get in there early, it should be all good. Roads will be clear. But again, yeah, it's going to start seeing that rain-snow mix throughout the week. Winds are a little bit calmer tomorrow, 9 to 11 miles per hour. And let's go ahead and look at across the state. As you can see, it is pretty dry, pretty sunny on the eastern side of the state, although very cold. Low 40s or high 30s throughout the east side of the state. As we look over on the west side, you can see a little bit warmer, but definitely wetter. They're having some chance rains throughout the west side of the state. So I don't know, take your pick. You want it cold or you want it wet, but you can't have both, I guess. Let's look at the 5-day forecast. As you can see, rain and snow mix all throughout the weekend. Into Monday, we'll start to get a little bit warmer, see some rain, and then it's going to drop again, but it will be dry. You'll see some clouds and then some sun, but again, very cold, lots of wind, so you're going to still want those jackets. Now, if you're planning on traveling to the west side for Christmas break, let's look at the Snoqualmie Pass 5-day forecast so you can kind of plan on when it's safe to travel. As you can see, it is rain and snow mix all throughout the weekend. Low temperatures, see 32 to 30, 38, 34, all very cold, which means that even if it's going to rain, it'll definitely freeze once it hits that pavement. As you can see, even when it is not currently raining, you'll see that it's still very low temperatures so that ice will stick. So make sure that if you are leaving, you'll want to leave with plenty of time, get above those freezing temperatures. Like I said, 36, 35, you want to go during the day when it's warmest so that you don't have to hit those black ice patches. Back to you guys at the desk.
Well, thank you, Maggie. Brendan, I am not looking forward to that weather. I'm going to be moving out this weekend, so that's going to add another hassle to already moving out.
Yeah, and it sucks because it looks like, you know, all the worst weather's coming this weekend. It gets better during finals week next week. So hopefully it's not too bad for you moving out and you can get all your stuff out without getting ruined by the water.
Well, after the break, the volleyball team's historic run came to an end yesterday to the hands of Pitt. We will recap their historic run.
And an in-depth look into a former fraternity member at WSU who joined the men's basketball team.
Touchdown! Oh, did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. But I need that back. No. Kevin!
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign, not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Yo, Scott.
Hey.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
You know what? I was just in there. The line is like 10 people long.
You know, I think I'll just...
Dude, are you okay?
You wouldn't believe what I was just thinking. I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
Smart man.
Did you see how that dog was looking at me?
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's put a ride home.
For WSU volleyball, their season came to an end yesterday when they were swept in 3 sets by the Pitt Panthers. The Cougs finished the season with 26 wins, which is the most in Coach Jen Greeny's 13-year tenure at WSU. Along the way, WSU knocked off 7 ranked opponents, including the defending national champion Texas Longhorns. Despite the season coming to an end, Coach Greeny says this is one for the record books. As they will lose 8 seniors and 5th-year players, including 3 all-Pac-12 performers, Pia Timmer, Magda Yahalasheva, and Ivan Isanovich. And on the other side of the border, the Idaho Vandals will host their FCS quarterfinal matchup tomorrow against the Albany Great Danes. This will be the first time that the Vandals have had back-to-back home playoff games since 1988. The Vandals won their previous matchup in the last round against Southern Illinois 20-17 on a last-second game-winning field goal. The Albany Great Danes are the co-champions of the Coastal Athletic Association and dominated their matchup last week against the Richmond Spiders. Saturday's game will be at 7 p.m. from the Kibbe Dome and will also be broadcasted on ESPN+. And in high school basketball action around the Palouse, a few of the local teams were on the floor last night. For the Colfax Bulldogs, they split their doubleheader last night against the Clarkston Bantams, with the boys taking the win 61-42 and the girls falling by a score of 59-45. The Moscow girls also took a loss last night to the Coeur d'Alene Vikings by a score of 68-47. The Pullman Greyhounds were also on the floor at home and took losses on both the boys and the girls' side, losing to Freeman last night in Pullman, with the boys falling in overtime. Some of the best stories in college basketball are the unlikely ones. WSU basketball's A.J. Rahosi has one of the more unique journeys to walking on and joining the team.
A.J. Rahosi is a junior walk-on the WSU men's basketball team. And while you won't necessarily see A.J. on the court every game, he's had one of the more unique paths to the Crimson and Gray. A.J. grew up in San Anselmo, California, a town of about 13,000 people, roughly 30 minutes outside of San Francisco. He took to basketball at a young age and eventually thrived for his high school team at Marin Catholic.
Our team, thankfully, ended up being really good. We had a lot of other good players, so I didn't really have to always be the guy that was having to make plays.
Despite his success and despite being nearly 6'9" by the end of high school, AJ was not heavily recruited by Division I schools.
Yeah, so it was mostly D3 schools, and then I actually had a opportunity to walk on over at Auburn.
After strong consideration, AJ turned down his chance to play in the SEC and play college basketball, at least for the time being. With basketball out of the picture, AJ followed in the footsteps of his mom and 2 older brothers and chose to attend Washington State University.
Both my brothers went to school here, and I was already kind of just familiar with the school, having my mom been here. Came and visited the school, and I don't know, I was just kind of drawn to the whole atmosphere of it.
In the fall of 2021, AJ came to WSU as a normal student, and after deciding to participate in Fraternity Rush, he joined the Sigma Phi Epsilon fraternity.
Good way to try to meet some people and make friends and kind of be a part of a community and just be more involved on campus, I'd say.
One of the friends he made was Joey Ertley, a pledge brother of his and now one of his best friends.
I was like, holy cow, this guy's pretty tall, you know? You see, this guy's a tall kid, but no, I mean, he has a great energy to him, really positive kid, always has a smile on his face. He's just, he's a joy to be around.
Throughout his freshman year, AJ remained connected to the game of basketball by playing pickup at the rec center and by dominating intramural games with his fraternity brothers.
He was a beast out there, man. No one could stop him. You know, there's a reason why he's playing, you know, for the men's team here now, so.
Despite dominating intramural leagues, AJ wanted something more for himself, including the chance to be part of a team again.
The summer after my freshman year, I was just kind of thinking about the whole, like revisiting the whole basketball idea, just because I was playing all the time and I just kind of missed being a part of a team and stuff.
It was behind these doors in the summer of 2022 that AJ first took the floor in an open gym in an attempt to walk on to the WSU basketball team.
He had us from word go. The guy's just he's got a great motor. I didn't know much about him, but I just know he played really hard and he had the right attitude. And
after a few impressive workouts during open gyms, Coach Smith and the rest of the coaching staff had seen enough and offered him a rare chance to join the team.
They pretty much just kind of pulled me aside and just said like congratulations, you're a part of the team. So I was pretty excited, pretty excited at that moment.
To see him, you know, follow his dreams and, you know, have a guy who was in a fraternity and play a D1, you know, sport in the Pac-12 is pretty impressive. So, you know, we were all very excited for AJ, and everyone always goes out to the games and supports him.
This is now AJ's second season for the Cougs, and he's already seen some game time on the floor, appearing in 2 games thus far this year. And on November 10th, against Prairie View A&M, AJ scored his first college basket.
Pretty awesome to kind of get that first college bucket. Made eye contact with Miles, and I knew he was gonna pass me the ball, try to get me a bucket. So saw the open basket and just kind of went for it. So
despite the exciting accomplishments, basketball is not the end goal for AJ. After this season, he plans to transfer to a different school to play basketball while pursuing an MBA, with the goal to eventually make it in the finance world in postgraduate life. Even though AJ won't necessarily be lighting up the stat sheet for the Cougs this year, he's a kid who's living his dream. Reporting in Pullman, I'm Austin Samuels, Murrow News 8.
After the break, Austin will be sitting down with star forward Andrei Yakimovsky to discuss the team's early season success.
Days, months.
Hey, I'm Jim from across the street.
Years.
I'd like to give you this.
A lifetime can rush by without realizing what we're missing. But it doesn't have to be that way. We have a choice to take action. Visit maketheconnection.net to find out more.
Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy. What do you call a pig that knows karate? Pork chop. So how does a tissue dance? Put a little boogie on it.
Well, WSU basketball has been on a roll to start the season here in 2023 as they're off to a 7-1 start and are fresh off a big win on Wednesday, beating UC Riverside by a score of 86-49. With 3 Cougs in double figures on Wednesday, including freshman Jalen Wells, who picked up his first career double-double with 18 points and 10 rebounds. Now here in the studio on Friday, we've got a special treat. Andre Yakumovsky, senior forward, joins us here in the studio for our final show. Andre, thanks for taking a little bit of time out of your day to come hang out with us.
Of course, it's my pleasure.
Absolutely. So the team off to a great start this year, 7-1. A ton of new faces on this team. I'm sure you've talked about it a bunch. 10 new guys on this year's squad. What have you seen so far? 8 games into the season. What's different about this team compared to teams you've been on in the past?
I just think the coaches and the coaching staff did a really good job with putting every piece together. And since from the first day, we've been in the gym working hard and. We like each other. Our chemistry is really good, and I think that's the main reason for our early success in the season.
You guys have always been, since you've been here, you've always been an above average defensive team, right? I mean, I know Coach Smith harps on that, but especially this year through 8 games, you guys have seemed to improve a lot on the offensive end. Relying a little bit less maybe on the 3 ball and being able to score in the paint and get easy buckets so you could be consistent night in and night out on the offensive end. What have you seen to this point? What's changed on the offensive side for you guys this year?
I think we're a different team. We are way bigger than last year, and we just like to play with each other. We like the team offense, and our first reason to play is defense, and then we just have to keep moving the ball on offense, and we've been playing good. So hopefully we're gonna continue to play good, and can't wait for our conference games coming up.
Yeah, I want to talk about you a little bit because it seems like your all-around game has improved. At least the on-court product, has improved a little bit this year. Where if you're not having a great night shooting the ball from outside, you could still be really impactful on the floor. I know you've had injury problems since you've been here, for a few years. What do you think's been different for you this year? Has it been just being finally healthy, for an entire offseason and preseason, or what have you seen? What have you seen?
Yeah, I think I'm finally healthy this year, and my main focus coming, from the summer, it was just working on my body, just preparing my body to play full season. And I feel great. I'm healthy. I like our team. I think we have a special team, and we just can't wait to see what's going to be our score at the end of the conference games.
I want to talk about the culture of this team a little bit. We talked about what's changed on the floor with all of the new guys. I want to just pick your brain about the culture a little bit because it seems like you guys are always having fun out there. I mean, on Wednesday, the couple of those Isaac Jones massive slams against UC Riverside, everybody was having fun. How has this group meshed together off the floor thus far this year?
Yeah, like I said, our chemistry is huge. This is the best team that I've been for these couple of years, and we just like to hang out with each other. We like to do different things than basketball, and I think that's the main factor, the main success of our team this year.
Now I know it's early in the season, right? We're still here in non-conference play, but I know that you've talked about your desire to, want to get the Cougs to the NCAA tournament, right? It's been 15 years. It's crazy to think about that. What would it mean for you, here in your senior year to finally get the Cougs into the tournament?
Yeah, as a captain of the team, and the coaches expect me to lead this team to the tournament, and I'm just grateful. It's my pleasure to be the captain of this team, and hopefully we can continue win games and have a great year.
Andre, thanks a bunch for joining us, my man. We will be the Cougs, I will say, will be back in action on Sunday at 5 o'clock when they take on Grambling at 5 p.m. from Beasley Coliseum. After the break, we have a little surprise for you as we'll take a look at some of our best moments from here in the fall semester.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Welcome back. With this being our last show, we wanted to show you some of our best bloopers from this semester.
Hello, I'm Ethan Kramer.
And I'm Maggie Tollison.
And I'm Brendan Jin.
I'm Monique Ledesma.
And I'm Austin Samuels. Murrow News 8 starts now. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to Murrow News 8. And with Friday, we've got some snow for the first time all fall. It seems like winter is on the way. Isn't that right, Maggie?
Yeah, it was definitely much colder in my walk up to campus this morning. Actually, last night we were able to talk to some people right as it began to snow, and here's what they had to say about the changing temperature.
So right now we don't know what exact date they're going to be moving locations, but keep in mind that the location will be moving near apartment land.
Before we get into today's show, let's take a look at today's beautiful fall weather. So Austin, what do you think about it?
Think it's gonna stick around?
Well, there's not going to be any snow here for the next couple of days, but luckily it will be a little bit warmer.
Back to you guys over at the desk.
Well, thank you, Ethan. Well, the WC football team had another tough weekend. Thanks, Brendan. The Cougs men basketball finished 17-17 a year ago, making it their second.
Well, that didn't work out. We went out this afternoon to talk to some first gen students.
Our reporter Ethan Kramer sat down with the captain of the men's basketball team, Andre Yakanosis, to learn more about the senior from Northern Macadamia.
Oh, thanks, Brendan, for that information. I'm going to have to start carrying my blankie around in my car.
Hate on it all you want, but I'm going to buy myself a Lego set this year, and I will build it.
So you're treating yourself?
Oh, you're treating Well, I mean,
I feel
maybe,
like that
I don't
defeats
know.
the purpose of Christmas if you're just buying
Maybe I'll get you a
yourself gifts. You naughty or nice this year?
Oh,
Oh.
for Santa's going to be doing with you guys. But putting some coal in your stockings.
Really?
Yes.
Austin, too? I mean,
Yeah.
what does he
No
do?
Legos?
No Legos.
For us and Brendan?
Santa's
No?
going to disappoint you.
It's beginning to feel a lot like winter.
Well, that's going to do it for us this semester, and we want to say thank you to everyone in the broadcast production class for helping us throughout the entire semester. And a special thank you to Matt Lovelace and Marvin Marcello for guiding both of our classes throughout the semester. Thank you again for all of our viewers, and have a great weekend.
Wow!